Hello, guys. Guess who's back? Well, someone a little bit different today. I am your host today, and actually, Diamante is the guest appearance.
How exciting!
How exciting! Roles have reversed.
I know, now I'll be sweating. Or maybe you sweating. I don't know which one is more nervous.
We're going to be diving deep about everything about yourself. And you've asked me to come, one of your really good friends, and hopefully we can get a little bit of knowing about each other.
That's amazing. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. So it's 3 weeks until the finals. How are you feeling?
Yeah, that's 3 weeks tomorrow, so I can't believe it. I'm actually quite excited. I'm quite chilled. I'm relaxed. Well, not every day, but because sometimes when you actually think about it, like it's been a year since last Miss GB finals. Oh, so that's where we went together.
Yeah, so you done it last year, didn't you?
Yes.
Tell us about that. How did you find last year's?
You know what? It was amazing. Probably one of the best experience of my life. That's where I met you as well and made some amazing friends. And I can't honestly thank probably Miss GB organization enough. Just for people I met, I feel like that completely changed my life. And here we are.
Here we are.
Would you be my friend if it wasn't for that? And other people as well. So
I love it.
Forever
the world's
grateful.
brought us together.
I know. And then, of course, it's exciting to know that I'm back again.
Exactly.
And it's sometimes not that easy when you come up first runner-up, which I feel like everyone was like, oh my God, it's so amazing, it's so exciting. No, it's a tough world. And, you know, especially when you want to be perfectionist and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Do you feel like there's a bit of pressure to be perfect when you do a pageant?
No, maybe for other people, but maybe for yourself. Like if I do something, I just go 100%. I didn't do things by half, and anything podcast. If I go for anything, like I do it 100%.
Yeah.
So I feel like when it comes to even Miss GB, last year, I think I kind of was winging it a bit because I'd done pageants before, which was 10 years ago the first time.
When was your first pageant?
It's like 2015 or 14. Okay. So I actually had done some... I was trying to remember. I can't even remember the pageant name. It was some local pageant in Aberdeen. Mm-hmm. But then I returned the second year and then I won Miss Aberdeen. And I went to London.
You won Miss Aberdeen?
Yeah.
Woo!
So that's one of
Shout
those.
out from the rooftops.
I know.
Girl.
That's one to remember, which is
so
really good.
And that was your first pageant?
Well, kind of second in a way because I think the first one I tried, I can't even remember what it was called. It was something local.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was like, oh, I'm going to come back again. But that's why I feel like pageants wasn't like a new thing for me. Mm-hmm. So I always knew there is something there.
So let's take it back to right at the start.
Mm-hmm, okay.
So what made you first apply for your first ever pageant? Where did you see it? Where did you get inspired?
You're gonna laugh. So I seen it on the Facebook app, like ads, but it wasn't even ads. It was some kind of local girl, I think, shared and reshared. Mm-hmm. It was such a basic thing. It was like, oh, if girls, I don't know, like this age or in Aberdeen, you can apply for... I honestly can't remember that pageant name because it's just like blurry memory. I think it was something quite local. And I was like, oh, actually I'm going to apply because, well, first of all, I was like, something different. Mm-hmm. And then I think I got a reply back. And I was like, yeah, you're in. And you had to have some t-shirt made with your own charity or cause you want to support. I picked something like crazy supporting Nepal or something for like earthquake or something weird, like I can't even remember. It was just so long ago. Feels like it was a different lifetime. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it was just like ad. Same with Miss GB. I seen the ad and I was like, you know what? I just apply, see what happens.
So you done that, and then how did it feel doing your first pageant? Was it everything you imagined it to be, or was it completely different?
It was weird. I think the first one, I didn't think was... I honestly barely remember. I feel like when I think about it, it's just like a bit blurry memory. But when I done the second one, which was Miss Aberdeen thing, I think it was called Miss British Empire. And they had won Miss Aberdeen and Miss Scotland awards. And
there's so many, isn't it? I didn't realize how many there is around the UK.
There's so many. Like, and I think people get confused because there is Miss World, Miss Universe. And it's like, is that it? I was like, no, just anyone probably can create a pageant and, to be honest, run it, isn't it?
Miss Leaf. I'll do Miss Leaf.
Right, that's fine. Let's do it.
For every town.
I want to apply for that one, but I could be maybe your partner to help you.
I love that. Imagine, it'd be so funny. That's so good though. So with Miss Aberdeen, you done that one, and then what made you? And then you moved down to Edinburgh. Yeah. And is that when you found Miss GB?
So it was like 3 years ago when I moved to Edinburgh, which also was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life.
Yeah, you think
my
so?
My life honestly changed completely. So I wasn't planning to apply for pageant. It wasn't not something I wanted to do. I think 10 years ago, because won Miss Aberdeen, had to go to London, went to London, and they picked me to go to South Korea. But because of like
wait, what? So, you just put that in there so casual.
But
South Korea.
But because of my visa last minute or last day, I couldn't go. And I kind of thought it was so expensive, and I was so young. I was like, I think
that's quite a scary move,
23
isn't it?
at the
yeah,
time.
that is quite young to go all the way to South Korea.
So I never ended up going. So someone else actually went, like the rest of the team. But because of the like some visa thing, like I couldn't. And I think that's why I was like, I'm not gonna do pageants again. So that wasn't part of my books, or I didn't want to even to consider doing anything like that again.
You kind of like stopped it, put to the back of your mind, and then suddenly this came up.
And then I remember I had exam and I couldn't sleep, and it was exam next morning. And I basically woke up, I couldn't even sleep, that's what it was. And I was scrolling through Instagram, and Miss GB thing came up. And I thought, I'm going to check just in case if it's not a scam. Because I was like, if I apply for something, I get scammed sometimes. Like Target.
Now you'll be off
I'm just like, every single day I'm getting emails. I was like, someone has my details. I was like, I need to make sure it's legit. And I remember I checked our director, Veronica Walker. She had always Insta, and I knew she'd done Miss GB year before. I was like, right, this is legit. Sounds like a really amazing pageant.
So were you a little bit of a fan before? If you know Veronica, did you see her last year? No.
That I think because
the little Instagram stalk.
Because I just checked out on Instagram just to make sure, like, if I apply for something, it wasn't just like a random app, because stuff like comes up. Yeah. And then it wasn't so, and I was like, this is amazing. And I remember the first time we had the sashes and we had to get our 4 shoots. Mm-hmm. And do you remember? Because probably had exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that actually real happening? I was like, pinch me moment.
So it's obviously a dream of yours.
I love it.
Yeah, you absolutely love it. And you're doing it.
I have a bug again, I think.
Yes. So what made you apply again this year? So you came, let's let everyone know. So you were runner-up.
Yes, correct.
You were so close and you were absolutely amazing, honestly. I was watching from the side,
girly.
Honestly. But I do feel like everything happens for a reason. Do you feel like it happened for a reason?
Yeah. You know what? I wanted to win last year. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I didn't win, and it's okay. But I think that, as I say, like, was a full circle, was a lot going on with my like personal things, with my family, sister and stuff, and I had a lot going on. That week was a bit like turbulent. My car got crashed day before the finals. It was like a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think everything happened for the reason.
But you were okay though. Let's let everyone know.
I wasn't in a car.
It was outside party.
I came back from my fake tan from Miss GB Edinburgh, and sadly, apparently after 15 minutes, someone literally crashed my car. At 8 p.m. It was like bright daylight. I was like, someone was probably not sober. But anyway, that actually worked out for the best as well, which is, blessing end of the day, which is not too bad.
Insurance claim, that's what we'll say.
But sorted.
Everything else for reason.
Sponsored New York and a couple other things. I was like, nah, bad. But so that is the answer to why I came back to Miss GB, because I was like, the next day I woke up, I knew I will apply again. Yeah,
that's so good. So what is your why? Like, why do you want to do it this year? Why do you want to win? Why do you want to take that crown?
You know what? It's maybe not even as much about the win itself. I think a lot of times they say the journey. Mm-hmm. And I think you done the whole show last year with me. Yeah. It's stressful. You're running around. You're at the backstage. It's just so much going on. It's really intense. It's not like something, to be honest, when you think about it, extremely enjoyable. Yeah. It's just like being part of the big show. Yeah. And it's a lot going on. Yeah. But I think the journey itself, you just grow as a person on a different level. Because I never thought in my life I could actually organize events. Mm-hmm. Also, you came to our Tiger Lily event.
Oh, we had you done so amazing. You raised so much money as well.
I know. I think it's almost like between me and Nicola, we raised almost $2,000, which is absolutely amazing. And all so for good. Cancer Research UK, which is amazing for
it
was.
For good. It was quite an emotional day, wasn't it? I think
it was.
This is what I love about pageantry. Like, there's so much behind it, and what you do for charities, and how much you do to help people. I think everyone thinks it's just the front, looking good, but it's actually so much more.
Yeah, like, if you want to, not everyone have to do it. It's a choice. And I think we went, to do all events and everything else because we wanted to.
Exactly. So what have you done that have made a difference? So, you're saying about the journey, like, what have you achieved in your journey? Well, Blondie Boss Talk.
Blondie Boss Talk. See, I think this one was one of the biggest ones to be like, because no way no way I would ever thought doing anything like that.
Really?
Because if it wasn't for this year's Miss GB, because I wanted to do something different, and also this is not gonna be part of my pageant journey regardless. It's gonna go above and beyond like what I'm actually doing for Miss GB. I want this to be my little baby, but I feel like that wouldn't be happening if it wasn't me coming back.
Yeah.
Because I wanted some inspiration. I wanted to do something different, and I couldn't sleep again. I think the best things or ideas come when you can't sleep.
Yes, definitely. Mine's are always in the shower.
Because you can sing in the shower. Your songs.
My neighbours must hate me, but I always do feel like when your mind isn't occupied, that's when you get your best ideas, or
Yeah, so even this, I remember
So this is
I couldn't
huge for you.
sleep. I was like, I need something cool. I was like, some kind of talk show, I don't know. And I was like, but I need a name. And I was like, something has to be about me, like, or something really personal. I was like, Blondie. But I was like, it's not enough. I was like, Blondie Boss Talk.
I love
Here
it.
we are.
I love it. It's an absolute iconic name. You should be
Thanks,
very,
girl.
very proud.
And it's pink.
It's very you. It's very you. And it's very empowering as well. So very proud of you. So see on the final, because I always remember the day of the final. Talk us through the kind of like what happens of the day of the final, like how much goes into the prep of it, because it's like crazy, isn't it?
You know what? But it's one of the, to be honest, I did say it was like stressful, a lot going on, but to be honest, it's really enjoyable.
It's so fun. It's so
You're literally
fun.
in your little bubble. So day before we have rehearsals, which is like I wouldn't say a full day, maybe 4-6 hours, literally full on rehearsals, and our finals in Preston Field House again this year. So
Which is an amazing venue.
Amazing, stunning stage, stunning venue. Like, to be honest, I feel like this heat, which is Miss GB Edinburgh, is one like no other.
Yes.
And we absolutely love it. I think location, and also Veronica, she knows how to put the party on, which is amazing.
She does. She really does.
But when it comes to actually the whole day, so I think last year we arrived like so early, like 8 a.m. and we left at 11 p.m. Long day.
Full on day.
I was like,
remember they're like bring snacks. Well, I needed to go to like the supermarket, bring snacks for the whole day. Like what snacks do I bring for the full day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
It's not even that snacks. I brought like a massive Lidl's bag, because Lidl's my corner shop basically. It's like of stuff. I was like, I think I finished everything. But I was like shopping.
But you've got to remember, like, there's no fridges or anything there, so you have to bring food.
And it was hot
all day in a hot.
I know, it can go off. And
So
also you need not to feel sick as well, because you also not only have to walk in a dress but in bikini as well.
Yes.
And you have your interviews, also stage questions.
Yes.
And then the whole get ready, hair, makeup. Honestly, it is intense.
I think what's important though is they were telling us to fuel our bodies, look after us. I think there's a lot of stigma around don't eat, starve yourself, you've got your bikini around, and it couldn't be further from the truth, could it?
Oh, you need to eat. I think the worst thing I done last year, I didn't have my snack before going on stage questions, because when they pick top 5 eventually, and those girls have to answer the question, all I could think, I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
Because I decided to go and speak with my family or my friends and sponsors there, and I was like, I regret I did it instead of going to have my snacks.
Yeah.
I was just so hungry. It was like 10:30. I was like, girl needs to eat.
Girl needs to eat, definitely. But yeah, it's so important to fuel your body, especially when you've got a big event like that. Bikini rounds.
Oh goodness, yes.
I don't know about you, but that was one of the best rounds.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you know
it was
what?
very, very fun.
Weirdly, it's most empowering.
It is.
I feel like most girls actually enjoyed it the most.
Yeah. And I didn't think I would enjoy it as much.
I was the same.
Yeah. I think it's just so empowering.
I feel like scared because you're in bikini with the high heels on a stage. There's also like fear of,
and they always do stairs. Have they got stairs again this year?
I think
Why
the
do
same.
they do that?
It's better than a ramp, because otherwise,
I would be good on the ramp.
I was like, I don't mind steps. I kind of know
You
how to
own
walk
it.
gracefully. I was like, I'll do it. But I think bikini round is quite actually empowering, because I think obviously they're looking for someone who's very confident in their own skin.
Yeah,
and I think what's important to say, Miss GB in general, they are very inclusive. So it's not about your body shape or anything like that. Even if you was a mom after giving a birth like a year ago, you would still can apply and be on a stage, and you would feel so empowered because
Exactly.
every girl and every body, every shape is welcome.
Yeah.
I think that's quite important to say. It's not just a pageantry where, or like one of those pageants where they have rules. You have to be this size, you can't eat this and that. No, you have to be whoever you are, comfortable in your own skin. And I think that's the most important.
Definitely. I think
I've not
that's
been to the gym for like a year, so.
But you're confident, you're happy, and that's all that matters. You don't have to go
I
to
feel
the
healthy,
gym.
and I eat healthy, so I think that's
Exactly. You
makes
look
a
after your
difference.
body, and that you can tell that you're happy and really excited, and it's going to be so good. So if there was anyone listening that would want to do a pageant, what would you say to them?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's maybe not for everyone because you have to be okay with, kind of a bit public eye. No, not too much, but you still have to go to events. Obviously, you don't have to, but that's my choice. And then, raise money for charity. So you kind of have to love it. If you're not someone who would like to maybe put yourself into it, maybe it wouldn't be for everyone, but anyone who's maybe a bit wants to make a difference, that's a good platform. They do say like it's a good platform to start something like modeling and stuff. I don't think modeling is technically, personally for me, like, I would see myself in different places. But I think even for girls who want to get involved, I think it is always a good idea because it can open some doors as well.
Yeah.
You just never know. But I think making friends, that is the big one.
I agree.
Because I think we had real amazing group of girls. But
Yeah.
also not everyone has to be a friend. Because, you can't be best friends with 20 girls. You be in the same, year. For example, you and me, and I would say Nick and a couple other girls, we just bonded, like really.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Here we are.
Sisterhood,
Sisterhood. I love it. So if you do win, fingers crossed for you.
I don't know why, I guess I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous. What would you want to achieve when you go for the Miss Great Britain title?
If I'm lucky enough to win the crown of Miss Great Britain Edinburgh, I think I would, because also then it gives you time until October for the final, taking in consideration all prep you have to do for the same things like interviews, walking on stage and everything else. I would probably want to do more events. To be honest, I still, regardless of the outcome, I have a couple events planned, something exciting. I can't say it yet. I can tell you after this, but it's a secret.
You can't tease them like that.
It's a secret, but something quite exciting, something to do with Edinburgh, something to do with Scotland, and it's quite amazing. People getting involved to do some events.
What, like an event that you're going to do?
Yeah, something interesting for fundraising as well. So I think it's just a start.
Keep your eyes and ears peeled for
something
that
will
one.
be quite interesting too.
Yeah.
And hopefully grow the podcast. And I think it's quite interesting to get interesting people in and try to, not only, it's good to us for me, but also connect for other people. I don't know, just like inspired. I feel like this is a good platform in general to use. So we'll see. I would do well.
You would.
I have the fire in me this year.
You do.
I have the vision.
I can feel it. You definitely do. I think it's so inspiring to watch you as well. I think because we've seen each other from the beginning. So last year when we competed with each other, but now I just feel like you've leveled up. Like there's something
weird,
I don't know.
isn't it?
You've just leveled up. So I feel really, really excited.
I think last year you just a bit like overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I was a bit anxious a lot of times.
Yeah.
Even I think
it's a lot to take in, especially if it's your first pageant or it's
and
a
I
lot
used to get anxiety like from different things like work if I'm overwhelmed. I do feel anxiety. And then I think I was a bit anxious sometimes, especially if you do something like I wanted to raise awareness about like different cancers and stuff. But then if you someone writes article about you, why you do say 7 Hills of Edinburgh, the hike I done last year. And then the reason behind was like my grandma, but then also she recovered, everything is amazing. But like I was anxious even reading articles like that.
Really?
Even though it was to do with like awareness and, all good causes, I was just anxious. And this year I don't have it.
Why do you think you're anxious?
I think it's just normal. Sometimes I used to get anxiety and then it triggered.
Because
But this year I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
But then this year I shared even more personal things about me rather than being like my family. So I feel like, this year I have no anxiety, no nerves. I was like, I'm just like, let's do it.
You're just stepping
I was like, level up. I was like, I don't even I'm just ready for it. I don't know. It's just a weird experience.
Yeah, no, it's good. I love it. I love everything that you stand for. So talk about what you found as well with the mole and the reason your fundraising event, because that is such an amazing
that was
event.
one of the Tiger Lily events for kind of backup and reference, I guess. Me and Nicola, who's actually as well one of the part of our competition as well, the finalists for Miss Great Britain Edinburgh. So we decided to do something together, like event to basically raise money for Cancer Research UK. So she had her own personal reasons, and then for me was my mole. So I did actually spoke about this on my previous podcast. Basically what happened, like from sunbeds, it's basically from sunbeds. Like I didn't even think I went to sunbeds that often, but I think I went a couple times, that was enough. And then the black dot appeared on my shin on my leg.
Really?
Like that was mental. Like after 2 times, I was a bit anxious straight away. I had that,
had a feeling,
like stabbing feeling in your gut. I was like,
your gut was telling you something. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, this is not good. And then I was waiting for a couple of years. Eventually, this year I went because I kind of was changing color and stuff and getting bigger. And I was like, my mom was like, please go. And I was like, okay. And then I went to a skin clinic in Edinburgh, and then pretty much like the same day I had like surgery and stuff. So thank God I had my money from car insurance because that paid for that, because I had to pay it. I was like, if I wait and go to NHS, I'll be so anxious. So that was one of the reasons why we're raising money for Cancer Research UK. And then that was one of the reasons we tried to do the event with Tiger Lily. I think that was amazing.
It was, and I think it's just more to raise awareness. Even that, like you went for sunbed, it came up, you kind of left it. But imagine like you left it even longer, or it's so good that you got it seen to.
Oh, like I was monitoring that for a long time.
Yeah, and it's, why do you think you're on the fence about it when you should have just got it done straight away, which is good you've done this event.
I think it was too small at the start. I think you have to kind of watch what's going on. Yeah. Sometimes when they're aggressive, you have to act within the weeks. Like I wish I'd done it sooner. Yeah. But it's more just for like your peace of mind more than anything.
But if you say you wish you'd done it sooner, you got it in time, and now you're raising awareness, which is amazing. Exactly. You're just shouting from the rooftop, so it's good. I love that you're doing that. I love that you're doing that.
for charity, which is actually really exciting.
It is. It's very good. Very good. Clothes. This is one of my favourite subjects.
Oh my goodness. By the way, today the jacket's Tiger Lily Boutique.
I know, yeah. The jacket's stunning.
Thanks, girl. I'm just like living my best life.
Should we talk about Tiger Lily Boutique a little bit?
Because let's give them a spotlight.
They were a part of your event, and they were fab, weren't they?
Oh, like so amazing.
So where are they based? Who are they?
They are based in Morningside. They are in Edinburgh, in Aberdeen, and Ferryhill, if I'm right as well. So I knew them from Aberdeen because I used to live in Aberdeen back in the day, and I think it was like years ago. Like I was
you were Miss Aberdeen.
I forgot about that. I keep forgetting.
I'll pick you up.
But yeah, no, they're actually great. Like honestly, I think if it wasn't for them helping us out with like fashion show on a day, and then all the beautiful clothes, pop-up shop, they help us to make this event so amazing. Yeah. So also we're so grateful.
And their clothes are stunning. So what kind of clothes do they do?
So they have like, you know what, I think when it comes to races, that's what actually gives me.
Oh, girls, you got the races coming up.
Yeah,
this could be
beautiful
your
long
place.
dresses. But not only that, like, so anything colors, they have it. Yeah. Actually, these trousers from there as well. That's my favorite.
You're basically repping the full shop.
Actually, my favorite. So that is just one of those things I've actually managed to get on the sale. But I think like, beautiful blazers, different pieces. You know what? It's all colors. I think you should check them. Like,
yeah,
really,
go and check
really
them
good.
out. Yeah, definitely go check them out. I love it. For the finals, so what are all the outfits that you need for the finals?
Yes, so when it comes to finals, so we're going to have, I'm not going to tell the colors and stuff because I can't say, and also I want to keep secret, but keep it general. So always we have a couple rounds. So first one is a party dress, so something short, similar to what we done last year. Yes. So it has to be either jumpsuit or dress. So because you have to dance, and we actually learned a new dance already this Saturday. Oh
my goodness.
It's actually so much easier this year.
Do you know if I knew that we would do that?
I messed up last year on the stage with my dance.
Oh, if I wait, like I cannot dance to save myself. This kind of dancing, I just could not. So they put me right at the back, and I completely understand why. It was
hard last year.
They really make you try everything, don't you? When they do all the pageants, like dancing, doing all the rounds. Like, it's not just one thing, is it? It's like events. It really pushes you
to the next level.
To just try a bit of everything. I think that's what's so good. Dancing was not on my forte.
But that's the reason why you have to wear something comfortable, because if you dance but that's the same outfit you're gonna wear on your first round, and then you have bikini round, which is kind of self-explanatory, and then you have a beautiful evening gown, which is this is the one I'm excited about. Yeah, I manifested my dress. Joking.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite rounds. I think the dresses are just stunning, aren't they? And when do you ever get an excuse to wear such a beautiful evening dress?
More sparkly the better, because the spotlight when goes on those dresses, it just looks insane.
Do you have like a specific color you like, or do you just kind of, how do you know?
We're gonna keep this a secret.
Oh, we're gonna keep a secret.
I can tell you after, but last year I wore a black dress, and also if maybe it will be a surprise, but I don't buy new dresses when it comes to pageants. I always go with vintage, because I feel like it's good to support pre-loved fashion, but also it's good for environment and stuff. And last year and this year I got both dresses from Vinted, and they actually from £800-900 I paid only 150, which is amazing. So much cheaper. But someone wore it once probably on the stage as well, or on some kind of occasion. So but honestly, all I'm saying, this year's dress I manifested.
Oh, we are ready.
I just knew what I want, and then I was like, this is exactly what I want.
Amazing.
And then I was like, oh, that's a dress. I was like, I'll buy it.
I love it. So when is the actual finals? What date?
It's the 5th of I can do this. 5th of June.
5th of June.
Which is Thursday at Preston Field House, which is 3 weeks tomorrow.
And can anyone join if anyone wants to come and watch?
So I think there is still tickets on sale, I believe.
Amazing.
So I presume if you go Miss GB Edinburgh website, there must be something there, because I believe they're still selling tickets.
And I would highly encourage, if you can, to go and watch it, because even though we're at the back last year, it looked so fun, didn't it?
Because they had like 3-course dining, which obviously Preston Field House doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, I'd go for that alone.
And it's just so good, isn't it? I was like so jealous. I was like, me and my meal deal at the back.
Your little meal deal.
It's not really better one, because I didn't have enough time. I wasn't prepped enough. This time I'm gonna get better one. And then
get the pizzas in. I wish I ordered pizza,
McDonald's. But the thing is, like, it's just stressing about bikini one, so you don't want to feel.
I feel like on the day whatever you eat is fine.
Oh yeah, actually, someone
so high,
to be honest, someone did say that. Like, I think what you eat on the day doesn't matter anymore. So to be honest, not too bad. But yeah, I think when it comes to actual final, you do have like a lot of performances and stuff. Like, I think they started announcing who is performing, as in like, I can't remember, the girl was like playing the instrument.
Oh, amazing!
The same
so
girl,
live entertainment.
Like, yeah, and I think
definitely
they have like last year they had like raffles and
the prizes
auctions, diamond in a box, and one can actually buy a box. And at one point they opened the boxes, and one box actually had real diamonds, like worth 2K or something.
So guys, if you're wanting a box with real diamonds, get yours. Yeah, they might do it again this year. It'd be so good. So we've done it. So say you do win everything. Let's talk about you as a person. Take away from the pageantry, because there's a lot of layers to you as well. So we're going to talk about... Don't worry. So taking it all back to what is it you stand for, what does boss energy look like to you every day?
That's a good one. I think, I think it comes in like simple form of just trusting yourself, not letting people to push you around, even stuff like that. And I think just, being kind to yourself, because I think life is busy, life is complicated. There's a lot going on sometimes in the world. People can be so anxious, because I get anxious as well. And I think sometimes it's actually just respecting your own, respecting yourself, I think, in a way, and not letting anyone to push you around. I think that is one of those things. Like, I know probably, boss could have so many different words, not words, but like meanings behind it. But I think it's just like bossing your own life, just going for your dreams, not sitting around waiting for something. If something comes up your way, literally go for it. Because apparently they say, if you don't react to something, let's say if someone offers you to do something, you have pretty much 6 seconds until your brain starts saying, no, don't do it, scared or something. So if you actually act instantly, you don't have that moment where you start being anxious and maybe questioning, should I or shouldn't?
Okay.
That's why I always speak.
6-second rule. I love that.
That's why I always speak first if I can in a group, because you don't have enough time to be anxious if you will be asked to speak. And then I just sit and chill. That's my rule.
I love that though. I love that 6-second rule. Definitely keep that in mind next time if you're feeling a bit.
If anything comes up, it's like, oh, Frankie, would you like to do this and that?
Yes.
And you're like, yeah. And then consider after.
And then consider after, we're like, right, we're doing this. I love that. If there is someone listening right now and they almost feel like they're not good enough or to do a pageant, what would you say to them?
You know what? Maybe it's not only a pageant. It could be anything, isn't it? Sometimes you could think in your head, maybe I'm not good enough for X, Y, Z. But even a pageant, I would say, you know what? Every single person is different. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I have this thing I don't like about myself, or I'm not confident enough because of X, Y, Z. I would say always actually focus on your differences and make them, or just think about it. Most times I think people overthink what I'm actually trying to say. Sorry, I'll get there. Sorry, bear with me. It's actually quite deep. So I was like, I can do this. So basically, I think most time people, they compare themselves to other people. They just not loving themselves or saying this and that, about why I'm not good enough and stuff. But I think sometimes in your life, you just need to actually love yourself, who you are, the quirky side of yourself, because those things are your strength. Exactly. No one else is like you. So even if you want to do something like pageant, or you want to be a singer, or you want to, I don't know, be actress, or like go for that degree or anything else for solo trip, just do it. Just what's the worst can happen? You can actually decide, no, it's not for me. I'm gonna turn around and not gonna do it.
Yeah. So you definitely said to just try
move.
it.
Move to new country. Like I've done it. Move to different city. I've done it. I was like, woke up one day. I was like, right, I'm moving to Edinburgh.
No, that must have been crazy.
I know. Just woke up one day.
What made you pick Edinburgh? I love it.
Oh, like it's just I don't see myself anywhere else. It's just weird. And I think in Aberdeen I was like, right, I think I used the resources. I just don't see myself there anymore. But it was something about Edinburgh, and I just honestly woke up one day, applied for jobs. By the way, thank you for my current employer because they gave me relocation. God bless.
If you're listening, thank you.
Love ya.
I love it so much. So let's talk about in the future. So 5 years from now. Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing?
Oh, goodness. Okay. So I think, well, hopefully, fingers crossed, if in 3 weeks' time things go well, first of all, I would love to spend my year representing like Edinburgh as Miss GB Edinburgh. And then I would love to smash Miss GB finals. Like, I really see myself there, like actually going for it. So we'll see how it goes. But that is my dream. Regardless, I would love to show how well I can perform on the big stage, and I can do big things, I think. Yeah. So I think in terms of like, the platform, obviously like Blondie Boss Talk and even raising money for charity and different events, I would love to do that regardless of pageants or not. Yeah. So I think it's something, once you know how to do it, once you meet some people, once you kind of find your platform, it's just so exciting, and you just never know who you're gonna meet. I think it's so exciting. But I do see myself in Edinburgh for the next 5 years.
I love that.
I just love the city. I just never loved the city so much. And that's why I feel like I would be so proud to actually be someone who represents Edinburgh on that big stage in October. So keep the fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for you, Angel. Fingers crossed.
Still a lot of work to do.
I feel like they need to know a bit more about you as well. Okay. So let's talk about when you're younger. Where were you born? Like, tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so I originally from Lithuania. So I moved here to Scotland 15 years ago. Could you actually imagine that?
That's crazy.
Soon will be half of my life, which is bizarre.
Do you miss your family? It must be hard.
So actually, mom and dad flying here in less than 3 weeks. They're coming to my finals. That's exciting. And my sister lives with me as well, which is in Edinburgh, which is actually amazing. So I do miss them, but I think you do adapt when you live away from your family. Like if I'm going home, like I'm not missing UK or life here. To be honest, I do miss it, but I just kind of like trying to like switch. And then if I'm here, I'm just living my life. I don't if you feel homesick, like you would never ever could actually live that far away in a different country. My mom and dad, love them to bits. So I think it's quite exciting. Like, so yeah, I always, to be honest, I grew up back there. And then, to be honest, I did have really good, like, childhood. Like, I just feel like I used to be, like, person always does all the projects. And I used to dance for 7 years. I used to sing for... for like 11, but I was at school. I think I lost also if I sing at home. My sister is like, shut up.
I need to hear this. What is your go-to like karaoke song?
Oh goodness me, like you know what, I don't know. See, the best what's probably I could sing is like in Lithuanian, because no one can understand if I mess up lyrics. But yeah, so I think it's just exciting, because back in the day I remember how I decided to move to Scotland and to Aberdeen. It was so weird. Yes, it was just again one of those moments, you know, when...
How old were you?
I was like, I think I was 16 or something when I knew I'm gonna do it. But I think I moved when I was 19, because you have to go to school for 12 years. You can't drop out sooner. It's a bit different system.
Right, okay.
So you have to be 12 years at school, otherwise you're just not as bright, basically. Right. You can't go to uni and stuff. You have to finish those 12 years. It's a bit different.
Yeah.
And then I remember someone was a year older, went to Aberdeen uni, like, because he graduated a year before us. And then, honestly, I'm forever grateful. He came back on Christmas break, and then me and my best friend at the time went to see him. We had kind of pizzas and stuff, and he's telling all about Aberdeen and uni. You can basically be a student, work, and like, you know, do both. Like, I literally, like, he was like, I'm not even using any money my mom and dad gives, because literally, like, I have a full-time job. I can still study as a full-time student. I was like, ideal. I want to be independent. To be honest, when I moved here, I was 19. I think only once my mom and dad transferred money, and since then I never took, unless it's like Christmas and like birthday gifts.
Yeah,
but like
that's
I
so
was full independent, which is,
that's
I think
amazing.
it's amazing.
I think that kind of ties in with your pageantry as well. I think being independent, strong-willed, I think that's a very big character, don't you think?
Yeah, we're trying. But I think it's just so me. Even sometimes I get nervous and scared, but like I always, I think, still do things. And I do like being independent or have my own mind. I think sometimes maybe I was younger, I think like everyone else was maybe sometimes influenced too much by social media. Not anymore.
Do you think you've been influenced by social media?
Before, yeah. I think maybe when I was in a relationship, I think I compared myself a lot to other girls. Like, I'm not good looking enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not the body and everything else. But then I refused to compare myself to anyone else. Like, I just refused to feel jealousy. Like, I will never want to feel that feeling in my life. I literally blocked that off. And it's been 5 years. I don't think I've ever looked online and be like, oh, I really want to look like this person. I was like, no, because you can't, first of all, look like someone else. You can only look the best in your own skin. So I think that's where I think self-love made me feel like, right, focus on what I can make it better in my own life, my own skin. And then I think that kind of glow up happened.
Yeah.
After that.
I love that. So you were 16, 17, and you moved when you were 19
because that's when
Aberdeen.
I made decision when I was 16, 17. I was like, I'm gonna live abroad.
Amazing. And did you speak English?
So yeah, so it was a weird one. So at school you have to learn English from 7 years old. So basically, or 8. So you kind of had to. That was like kind of BBC textbook, kind of perfect. I don't know, scripted
like
English.
With the way that we learn French and
probably it would be exactly would be the same to compare. But when I moved here, oh goodness, I remember going out in Aberdeen in the street and some guy came over to us. He said something, and I'm like, what did he say? Probably he asked, what you doing, girl? And then I'm like,
in like the strongest Scottish accent as well.
Honestly, even uni, like I remember I went to the first lecture and we sat there for 45 minutes. No clue if we were actually in the right place. I could not understand a word. I was like, what is going on? And then they said international relations. I was like, oh, that's the right class. That's only 2 words I could understand. Me and my friend just laughing because I thought it was hilarious. But I think 6 months after, it clicked. It's just a weird thing when you actually, same if you study Spanish. I think that's a good one. Yeah. You like learn your phrases, you go out, start speaking with a waitress, and they like full on, Spanish back at you, and you like, can I speak in English, please? So I just tried.
That's crazy.
But it's exactly the same. Eventually you become confident and it switches.
Yeah, honestly, you should be so proud of that.
And here we are.
Because you're not only learning English, it's also the Scottish slang as well. And you know what I love about you though? Every so often you always go, aye. In your Lithuanian accent, I love it.
You know what's actually funny? Because my friend Alex, she's been shout out again on this podcast. She loves it. Because she says before, you keep saying I, but I was like, in Lithuanian we have I as well.
Oh,
which
really?
actually means like I don't know, it was like yeah.
Oh,
So that's why it's quite easy. I.
And so it's the same.
It's
I
weird.
never knew that. I love that.
I.
Talk about friends.
Ooh.
How important would you say it is to have a good support system?
Oh my goodness! Like I could not imagine my life without probably friends or people having around me. I think you could feel like really lonely, especially like it doesn't matter where you live. But maybe because you're single, but to be honest, when you even in a relationship, if you don't have amazing group behind you, like a friendship, it's a bit tough. Like I think I've been there before, where I felt lonely. Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. You need the strong friendship, and I think it eventually happens over time when you meet right people. But you have to build the bond and then keep the bond strong. Don't let it fizzle. So I feel like I'm always there for people, but then when I get through stuff, I know like I have such amazing people behind me.
Yeah.
So I think so important. Like I would say like it's more important relationship. Like swear to God.
They always say, isn't there, like, what is that saying where like your best friends are the people that are the most important because they're the most if we go through everything.
Oh my goodness.
And they do, like our friend, like you've seen me so low, so high, like it's so important and you're always there.
Yeah, and I think when you cheer other people, like say for example you, like when you do well, I cheer you on, but then same for me, and
likewise.
I think it's quite important as well when your friends cheer you on in the good times.
Yeah.
Because in the bad times, I think sometimes it's quite easy to support other because I'm like, oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
But then when you actually do well, who is clapping for you when you succeed? So it's quite important part.
It is important
it's
to see who's clapping
times.
for you. Exactly.
So, yeah.
I love that so much. A lot happened. What is your favourite hotspots of Edinburgh right now?
Oh, right. Okay, that's...
right, let's go. Favourite brunch. Favourite brunch hotspot.
I was away to see Cold Town because I love Cold Town.
For brunch?
No, it's just overall. I have a love.
You are obsessed with Cold Town House.
I love it. But you were singing there a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Thank God you invited me because I had a really good time. It was Aperol, Spritz.
Terrace.
Oh,
if anyone's looking for a roof terrace when it's hot in Edinburgh, definitely try Cold Town House. But favourite brunch spot, go on. Brunch. It's actually hard. There's a lot of places.
Oh goodness me. Brunch. Oh goodness. Why now? Can't think about the places. You know what? I like stuff like Duck and Waffle. It's quite different, isn't it? Because they have only in London, is it Hong Kong and Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Here we are. Amazing. I do love... But to be honest, there's so many places I could probably think of, but I can't even think about one place.
Don't worry. Okay, what's your favourite meal? Dinner? Dinner.
I love sushi samba.
Oh,
love. Just
I've
because
still
of the
not
views.
Been there. Is it actually as good as like what they say?
You know
like,
what? I love it. It's really good. And I just, to be honest, like a bit fancy rooftops, and that's where I think my
W.
W is just so
Stunning,
good. The best view in Edinburgh. Love. I think it's good to have like a special places to go on special occasions. Not to overdo it because afterwards you're not gonna enjoy it as much. I feel like.
I seen you were in the radio.
Yeah.
On your socials. Tell us a little bit about that. That looked really cool.
So H2 and H1 are one of the Miss GB sponsors this year as well.
And that's a local radio station,
yes,
isn't it?
That's correct. They actually just moved to the new studio as well, which is just on the Charlotte Square. Stunning. Like
have they moved again?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So was last year we went together, remember?
Yes, they were right beside Lannon.
Yes.
Is it Lannon? The bakery?
Lannon? Yeah, that's right. I think because they extended and expanding and stuff, like I think they need more space. But to be honest, it's so much better now. I do like the new location. It's actually really lovely. So it was good because we went I think it was Easter weekend. So it was so fun. So we went on a morning show with Sam. So honestly, not the first time we actually went there for the breakfast show. So good. It's always fun. And also anyone who likes country music, they have different times they actually play country music as
No
well.
way.
There is a show.
I need to know
I can't remember.
this.
I think it starts
I'm
at 1
obsessed
or
with
something.
country music.
I
at
think
the
it's a
moment.
new thing, isn't it?
It is.
Because I
I'm
feel
fully
like
obsessed.
you just sang as well, and like really cool country music. It's a new thing.
Honestly, if you're ever having like a birthday party, do a Wild West theme, because I sang one on the weekend. It was so good.
So good.
Such a vibe.
I love live music. Can we actually say that out loud? I am obsessed with
Live music. What are your favorite places to go to watch live music?
So, because normally I go where you play. So I think I am a big fan. Even Shanghai now. Like we went a couple of weeks ago to Shanghai. Thanks for actually inviting me to come with you, because I'm like just the best at the DJ.
You made it so good.
And
Again,
I was
like
support
system,
filming
isn't it?
everything, and I
Oh,
was
it
like, I'm
the
just a
best.
friend. Let me.
I was
walk around.
so nervous as well. So it was so good having you.
Because normally you're not nervous, like, and it was nice to actually be there to support you. So I was like, this is quite
Definitely.
good, and like I really liked actually that night. It was so good, because I know they were trying to be kind of more kind of girly music, isn't it? Like
Yes.
attract more kind of different fields. So I love that, and also big love for Cold Town. I
Yes,
keep
you
saying
love it
that. I
there.
just honestly,
Do they do music every night?
I don't know if it's every night. I like Thursdays.
Thursdays.
It's always been a good one.
Yeah.
Good band.
What band plays on a Thursday?
I believe Smoking Jeffries. Here's a good
Smoking.
shout out. But I think most of the time, like even last 2 weeks ago, you played us in that rooftop as well, which is so good. Do you think that's gonna be quite often? Was that April Spritz Parties? That was the opening, isn't it?
Yeah, let's hope, because that'd be so cool. Like Under the Castle is such a vibe. I feel like you've been to so many events.
Oh, like I always.
How many have you done?
Oh, events.
Yes.
For appearances.
So a part of, if anyone doesn't know, a part of that you've got to do when you run for Miss Great Britain Edinburgh, you do appearances. You have to wear your sash in public and get some pictures. And how many have you done?
So I think to this point, I think I was doing it for like 2.5 months, more or less. And last year, for the reference, I done 30.
Which is a lot.
A lot. This year, at this point, we have 60. The same time.
You've doubled.
I think on average, I was doing 2 appearances. No, sorry, every second day appearance. I don't even know how it functions. I think I need a little break. So I'm actually taking a couple days off.
Well, this can count. You've got your sash on.
I know, that's
today.
actually appearance. So yeah.
What's been your favourite event that you've been to out of the 16?
Oh, I did like that Aperol one. I think because I wasn't like I really just like really liked it because it was so fun. But I think was, to be honest, couple things. I think we went in style weekend. It was a whole 3 days in St. James Square.
That was amazing.
That was good. So I think we ended up paying the VIP ticket. It wasn't actually expensive. It was like £45. But goes in every like talk, like, you know, it was talk shows and like fashion show. Like you just got so much for it. It was a lot in W Hotel.
Yeah.
So that thing was like amazing. I just really enjoyed it because you also done together as well.
Yes, that was in St. James Quarter, wasn't it? For 3
we
days.
had some people coming like who used to work for Vogue in New York speaking.
Very cool.
And also not everyone could actually go, just anyone who actually purchased a ticket. So I think that was pretty amazing. And yeah, because now I actually think there's just so many things. And I think this year I went a bit like more like specific events, some with charity, some wasn't. Oh, like honestly, like it was so good. Also, radio never disappoints, like edge to edge one. Because when
so
else
cool,
you gonna
isn't
be on the
it?
radio? Like
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh, bless, I love
Is that something that you want to do you think, in the future?
You know what? I think presenting is fun. And I think when you start doing a podcast, you realize it's actually not that scary. And I do feel like I have a really nice voice. I used to hate my voice, by the way. See, before, back in the day, hearing my own voice and playing back on the video, I was like, oh no, please no. And now I'm like, oh, I like it.
You like your voice?
Yeah, it's just a self-love
like
kicks
your
in. You know
voice
what?
too.
It's just when you not critical, what's the word? When you criticize yourself for no reason, you honestly find so many different things you don't like who you are. But then you're like, nah,
You also
we'll
learn to love those things as well, I think, don't you? Like your
Yeah.
flaws. When you're older, like I used to, there's so many things that I wanted to change. I'm so glad I didn't, because it's just who you are, isn't it?
Yeah,
When you're
and-
older, you kind of get that. You kind of understand that you don't want to change it.
And that's why I think it's so special. And I feel like it's quite amazing to be who you are. And that's why we're here today as Miss GB Edinburgh finalist. And we are really hoping that 3 weeks will be, you know, good preparation time, success. regardless of the outcome. I had the best time ever. And if it wasn't for this Miss GB Edinburgh, Blondie Boss Talk would never be here as well.
Exactly.
That inspiration never would be there. You wouldn't be my friend. And many other things. I'm forever grateful. So I think that is one of those things.
Exactly.
I'll remember when I'm old.
Exactly. To say we've done it is pretty cool. It's very, very iconic. So lastly, what would you tell yourself? Let's say this is the day before the finals, 3 weeks from now. What are you wanting to just remind yourself of?
You know what?
Before you go on that stage.
I'm picturing the moment. I'm gonna go to the mirror and say to myself, girl, go and get it. Regardless of the outcome as well, have a good time, enjoy. Don't be nervous. Because it's a nerve-wracking experience because, judges, 6 judges, interview on stage, loads of people. No, don't be nervous. Enjoy every single moment because you just don't know when, you're going to have this moment again and just go smash it.
I love that. So is there any last words that you want to say to anyone listening who wants to go for a pageant?
I think just follow your dream. If something you would like to do, just do it. Because I promise you, pageant world is quite amazing. And, whatever people sometimes think, what they see on TV or in films, it's a bit different. So you'll be surprised. Nicely surprised.
Amazing. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
No, just thank you. And
Thank you.
You can't vote.
Can you vote?
No. To be honest, you can vote, and there is some votes go for like a charity vote. It's like a side award, but actually on a day, it's only judges. So.
Right, okay. So it's only the judges.
So let's rock and roll.
Well, let's wish you the best of luck, Dee. I think you're going to absolutely smash it. I'm going to be thinking of you, supporting you from the side, and whatever happens, you know that we've got your back. And you're going to have Blondie Boss Talk always.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So beautiful.
Let's do it.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, guys. And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.